Yo, 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 yo. Here we go. Here we go. What up? What up? What up? What up, though? What up, though? All right. I probably got about 15, 20 minutes. 15, 20 minutes. Maybe 30. I mean, that's a segment, right? You know, if I was on TV, this would be a nice segment. That's enough time for a segment. And if people want to join, man, just hit the request and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna do a true podcast episode on this, and cause I've started the research. I've started pulling different names and of quarterbacks who've gotten in. And I understand it's a different era, so I try to keep things in perspective. Because I will say this: salute to Richard Sherman, man. He's potting now, so his statements, it did its job. It got all of us discussing the Hall of Fame, especially with quarterbacks, because he rained on Matt Stafford's parade. You win the Super Bowl, people prison the moment. They're saying, hey, that one ring, basically, is if he continues on the same trajectory as far as statistics, that one Super Bowl puts him over. To me, that's how I received it. That's how I interpret them saying he's a Hall of Famer now. If he could keep this up for, just say if he throw for over 4,000 yards for, I don't know how old Matt is, but 4 or 5 more seasons, and have some more team success. Meaning, since quarterbacks have a win-loss record, he add, say in those 4 or 5 years, he add like 35 or more wins. So he's 34. Okay. So if he's 34, I give him up to 38. So that's 4 or 5 seasons. Say he averaged 8 to 10 wins. Well, they play 17 games now. So say he averaged 9 to 11 wins. And because I truly feel like this. I feel like with the Super Bowl win, he's seen in a different light. And with the Super Bowl win and with being on the Rams and with them gaining that respect, he will make Pro Bowls now. And I want to look through his career, and I think that's what I'm going to do, record a podcast on it. I'm going to look through his career and see each year that he didn't make, or he made the Pro Bowl once, but look at the quarterbacks that did make the Pro Bowls and what happened. We all know he was playing in Detroit. He was getting 3, 4, 5, 6. He had a couple 10-win seasons, whatever. But the quarterback position is always attached to wins and losses. It's not like that for any other position. Any other position, you could be on the loser squad, and like Calvin Johnson, he was on the same loser squads, but he was still All Pro. He was still a Pro Bowler. We know that they put quarterbacks in their own lane. You know what I'm saying? And besides the jacket, what's the incentive to get into the Hall of Fame? I'm sorry, bro. That title ain't nothing like that title. I always told folks I would rather be a world champion than a Hall of Famer. But then again, it's nothing like having your entire career celebrated. No matter if folks think you trash or not, you got individuals celebrating your career and they can never take it away from you. Like Super Bowls, you can say you won because of this, you won because of that. But when you stamped in that, it's a little different, though. When you stamped in that hall, you really can't diminish somebody when they're in the Hall of Fame. They got a bust. It's a reminder. Their face is right there. Like, you could win a bunch of championships, whether you were the starter, the backup, whatever. And if folks could kind of diminish your team winning, or they could forget that you won. Like some folks, I forgot he won the championship. But you go in that building, it's a building for you in your career. It's a building. It's a bust. It's a face for you. It was a ceremony for just you. You know what I'm saying? For just you. Kirk Cousins has made the Pro Bowl 3 times, once in Washington and twice in Minnesota. And the 2 times he made it in Minnesota, what they won? They won 10 games one year, 10 or more games. I just want to see what quarterbacks made it over Matt Stafford the years he didn't. You know what I'm saying? And if Kirk Cousins did those times, then you'll start looking at like, I wonder why. That's why you know, like, what is a Pro Bowl these days? Not only that, Richard Sherman said something that I felt like he wanted to take a shot, but he don't realize, like, you can mess it up for a quarterback you might respect. Just like I talked about Eli Manning, his 2 Super Bowl wins, Super Bowl MVPs. Even though Eli checked those boxes, what he was saying, like Super Bowl MVPs and Pro Bowls, when Richard said, nobody ever considered you one of the best, it's like sometimes when you get on the roll, you gotta stop. Like, you could make your point, stop, and not really mess up your stance. Like, if he would have just said, man, you gotta at least give me an MVP or a Super Bowl MVP or an All-Pro but not what I'm trying to say. How am I trying to say this? I think he would have been better off not saying they never perceived you as one of the best of your position. You know what I'm saying? I think he was doing good until he said one of the best. Bernie Kosar. What did Bernie Kosar do? X. So Kirk Cousins went to the Pro Bowl this year. Wait. Kirk Cousins went to the Pro Bowl this year. Are you serious? Do I need to pull up my laptop? Hold on. I need to pull up the laptop. Let me go to the laptop. Or just piggybacking off my point. Okay. I was wondering where Bernie Kosar came from. All I gotta say is this. Like, I made the point, like, I'm amazed that if somebody plays and ends up in the top 10 at their respective position statistically in the major statistical category, to me, that's a Hall of Famer, regardless of what folks think. Like Vinny Testaverde threw for a lot of damn yards. He made some Pro Bowls, but he ain't in the Hall of Fame. Kirk Cousins isn't a slouch. No, we know Kirk Cousins is the slouch. Again, realize this, folks. I'm speaking to the terms in which Richard Sherman created. So make sure you always stay in that mind frame of what Richard Sherman created. What's good with you, dude?
What's up with you, bro?
Ain't nothing, man.
Hey, man, you got a good debate going on, man. Richard Sherman put it out there on us, right?
Yeah, he put that thing out there on us for sure. Why my damn volume jacked up? But go ahead, I can hear you.
Yeah. So what I was going to say, man, I did some research on Matt Stafford already. So he's the fastest to get to 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, and 45,000 passing yards.
Yeah.
In NFL. He did make the Pro Bowl this one. His win-loss record right now is 86, 95, and 1 after this season, right? So I think, it really depends on how, the league does it, man. I think he only 34, so he still got some more seasons. So if he racks up some more wins with the Rams, gets a few Pro Bowls in there, he'll probably get in. But I think, honestly, it's a case-by-case basis, you know what I'm saying? Because it's Trent Dilfer going to the Hall of Fame. It's Brad Johnson going to the Hall of Fame.
But here's the thing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Here's the thing with them, though. I think we gotta make sure when somebody wins a Super Bowl, you got to make sure that they reach the stat threshold first. They don't reach the statistical threshold first. That's why I always want to keep things in perspective and just say we're not saying just because he won a Super Bowl. We're saying based on what you just shared, which was the fastest to this, fastest to that, and the statistical trajectory and threshold that he's already crossed, that the Super Bowl was the one thing that made it doubt. You know what I'm saying? On the flip side, you look at a dude like Phillip Rivers. Statistically, he's reached the threshold. And then when Sherman said what he said, he's building the caveat of saying, well, okay, Phillip Rivers got like 6+ Pro Bowls. So that's going to justify him. So I always feel like it's always a statistical threshold unless somebody wins like 3 or 4 Super Bowls or they got a last name, and that's when I throw in Eli, because we know Eli's last name helps him. We also know the optic of who he won a Super Bowl against helps him. So it makes him an exception to the rule. You know what I'm saying?
And you make a good point. Like, I would put, like, you know, Joe Flacco, Matt Ryan, and kind of Matt Stafford in that same category. But Matt Ryan won the MVP.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Flacco had that great postseason with the Ravens, but he did put up numbers in the regular season too. So if you want to kind of put them all in that role, you know, Eli will get in. But like I think Flacco, Stafford, and you know, Flacco, Stafford, and then we just mentioned Matt Ryan are kind of like, you know, those numbers were kind of having that combination of the two. But also too, you know, you get the Hall of Fame. They might not be first ballot, but they might come in second or third. Eli's gonna get in twice, and he still put up numbers, you know. But his overall regular season record isn't the best.
We're optimizing your connection for greater whole home coverage.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so when he got in, he got in. So honestly, I think it's a case-by-case basis. But Matt Stafford right now definitely put himself on the trajectory to get to the Hall of Fame. Let's see what happens in these next, like you said, 4 to 5 years. But if he gets a couple more Pro Bowls, and he's going to put up crazy stats now that he's got Cooper Kupp, all those weapons, and Odell resigned, he's going to put up, you know, they're going to make sure he put up numbers. So,
yeah, no doubt.
Definitely.
And that's the thing. So like this year with Matt Stafford, Kirk Cousins got in to replace Aaron Rodgers. Russell Wilson got in this year to replace Tom Brady. So we know Matt, they probably didn't consider Matt. So when did they do the replacement? Did they do it before they knew that the Rams were going to the Super Bowl, or did they do it after they knew? But you can't tell me. I need to look at the numbers right now. If I want to see if Kirk Cousins had better numbers, because we know win-wise, the Rams did better. Matt Stafford was third in the NFL in passing yards. Kirk Cousins was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He was 9th. He had 33 touchdowns. Matt Stafford had 41 touchdowns. He had 41 touchdowns, at 33 for Kirk. And he had more passing yards than Kirk. His team did better than Kirk. Again, nobody's going to frame that. They're just going to say, like Richard did, oh, he only went to 1 Pro Bowl. But let's look at when he didn't make it, if he should have been in there. Because that will make him, Richard, and his stance be like, oh, yeah. Because you can't just on a piece of paper say, oh, he only did this one time. Like, case in point, John Reagan. He's a Hall of Famer. He led the NFL in rushing like twice. He was an All-Pro once, and I think he might have been Super Bowl MVP. But we know running backs is different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Another thing about Richard Sherman and what he said. If I'm not mistaken, Brett Favre won a Super Bowl, right? He won just one. Who was the Super Bowl MVP of that Super Bowl? You remember?
Super Bowl MVP was Justin Howard.
Yep. Does that hurt Brett Favre?
No,
because he got all these stats and stuff, and he got an MVP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco got Super Bowl MVP, correct?
Right.
Who should have really wanted that game? You remember who got off that game? That scored a receiving touchdown and a kickoff return touchdown over 100 yards?
Jones. It was
Kobe Jones.
Yeah. Yep.
but they gave it to Flacco. I'm just saying, like, so then you look at this Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald should have been Aaron Donald number one, then the quarterback, then Cooper Kupp.
I agree. But
I get it. Cooper Kupp scored 2 touchdowns. I get that.
Right.
But your quarterback threw 3 touchdown passes and had over 2. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, usually quarterback, like, get it for this. So it made me wonder, like, it's unfortunate that this dude ain't make the Pro Bowl this year. We all know Aaron Donald should have. If it was a non-quarterback, Aaron Donald should have got it. I'm not hating that Cooper got it because it's a special season for him. But that's when I like to, like, really bring a lot of data to the table and be like, bro, I know he didn't make these teams. You are correct. But you can't tell me this year. And it's like with Kobe and the MVP. You can't tell me this year Kobe shouldn't have won the MVP. You couldn't tell me this year. You can't tell me this year LeBron shouldn't have won the MVP. I know we saying what happened, but we can look back. But Kupp carried the team. Kupp didn't carry the team. Yo, act. Let's make sure we stay 10 toes down. Kupp did not carry the team in the Super Bowl. He did. That last drive when they showed that Matt Stafford threw that no-look pass to him.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, I'm getting accent here. He's saying that without Kupp, Rams don't win. Without Matt, Rams don't win. Without a lot of people, the Rams don't win the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can play these games.
We ain't playing games. Good morning, fam. But
What's
at
up?
the same time, the kind of numbers that he threw up with Stafford being his first year.
No. I said Super Bowl MVP. Super Bowl MVP does not factor in your regular season.
Right. I totally understand. Totally agree with you. But we all know that it's a marketing standpoint from that standpoint.
No. Again, we're staying with the 10 toes down who should have won, and not what the majority does.
Correct. I understand that, but you got to give it the Kupp. He carried that whole team this year. You can't say he didn't carry that team.
Brother, listen to me. What does that have to do with the Super Bowl MVP?
The whole 9. I mean, who he carried them? He carried the team in the Super Bowl. Who's the only people that scored?
He carried the team in the Super Bowl.
He didn't carry the team. He didn't get the game-winning touchdown.
Who threw the ball to him?
Okay, so are we going off who throws the ball or who catches
Who threw the ball to him?
Right. Stafford still threw the ball, but
Who steals the game?
Here's where I'm going to pick up. He saved Stafford because Stafford had that interception, and then they gave the ball up again. If he wasn't there, if he saved Stafford, if they would have lost, they would have been getting on. The whole narrative would have changed about how Stafford blew it, and he just was acting erratic and threw that pass when he got the interception in the end zone.
So the interception in the end zone, what was the situation?
It was right before halftime. He was just throwing the ball up. I don't count the interception against him. But then too, we talking about Cooper. Cooper only had 4 catches for 38 yards prior to that last drive. The defense shut Bengals completely down. Aaron Donald should have been clearly MVP, and it wasn't even close. They only had 50 yards in the last 5 drives. The Bengals only had 50 yards for total yards in the last 5 drives in the third and fourth quarter. The defense won in that Super Bowl. They set their offense up to get that game winning drive. That's just my thing.
Right. So when you say who threw the ball to him, that's when we talk about does the quarterback make the receiver look good, or does the receiver make the quarterback look good?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that question. All those passes that was thrown, did Cooper Kupp have to make any outstanding catches?
No, his footwork's too good.
I'm just saying, were the passes on the money?
Oh, yes.
They won the money.
So Joe Montana's first Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Did Joe make the play or did the tight end make the play?
The tight end. Joe
We can all agree the tight end made the play. That was a great damn catch. Just like Eli. When Eli threw that Hail Mary, everybody take away. We all say, hey, that was a hell of a catch.
Tyree and Manahan.
Now, the Manahan one, Eli threw a damn dime.
He did. But I mean, with that Shanahan to get his feet in too.
Let me ask you this.
Hey, DJ Saylor said something that I think we need to pay attention to. Matt Stafford is responsible for two of the most prolific receiving seasons in NFL history.
That's fact. Calvin ain't cool. That's fact.
How many yards did Coop put up? 2,000 yards this year?
If you factor in everything all in total, yeah.
Right. So let me ask you this from a DB standpoint. That last fade, that back shoulder fade he threw for the touchdown.
Yep.
Like the old days, DBs used to pick that off but now they're so disciplined to stay in their lane.
They protect the slant.
Correct. Where do you think that DB messed up? Because everyone's eating him up. Do you think that's that DB's fault? Like
I always say I would rather take away the fade now because I've been around so much football that they perfected working on the fade. I would rather you force the slant because it's more distraction. You can mirror the end. You can shoot the linebacker.
I can't. My dog. What'd you do? Put the pads on to get protected from Petty?
Yeah, when I come in here, I got to put the pads on, baby, because I know the. Go ahead. Go ahead and finish talking, bro. Go ahead.
No, I'm trying to have a serious conversation. Here you come.
Hey, who do I hear getting faded up? Someone getting faded up? I keep on hearing buzzing.
Come on, bro. You can't have a serious conversation looking like that.
Like what?
Me and Phil was having a great conversation, and here you come with the tomfoolery.
Bro, I ain't said nothing. Go ahead and give bro.
Okay.
You ain't got to say nothing. Look at you, King.
Let me ask you this, Hawk.
Go ahead, bro.
We got to go in. Hawk, you can't tell me Kupp did not carry that LA team this year from the offensive standpoint.
I didn't argue that. Remember I said the regular season, yeah.
Right.
I agree with you. I just said it should not have any bearing on the MVP of the biggest game.
Right.
Because if I put it in order, he would be third for me. Aaron Donald would have been first. And then I would have Matt. Then I had Coop. I thought they was going to give it to Matt because he was a quarterback. But then I kept saying, man, Aaron should get it. He got the 2 sacks, and then the 2 plays that won the game, sealed the game, was like, boom, give him that.
Right.
Well, I was listening to 2 guys talk about it yesterday on Sirius, and they both have votes, and they were both like, well, they have the votes in by the 2 morning. So as soon as they made those last 2 plays, they were like, we wanted our vote back.
Say that again?
They had to have their votes in for MVP by the 2-minute warning.
By the 2-minute warning?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
It's a stacked up process, man.
That's crazy. By the 2 minutes, so you mean to tell me they voted Cooper Kupp before he even scored the last touchdown?
Basically.
Oh, that's trash. He had 1 touchdown. And
yeah, but what if they would have lost? Then who they gave it to on the other side of the ball?
I guess they do it like by team then, right? If this team wins, this guy.
Yeah, that's the way it come to me.
Hey, you got to say, going back, I never got to get with you guys on the whole game, but after Burrow took that hit on that other knee, he was a statue back there. He was done.
Yeah,
he couldn't get it off. If he was healthy, I think we would have had a different outcome. Because he would have ran for that first down he would have scrambled for that first down opposed to just, slinging that ball.
Yeah, I agree.
I do want to make a comment about something, though. The Apple Pack, as they call it. Eli Apple and these DBs of today. And I want y'all personal opinions. Are the DBs better today as far as ball skill? Because I see a lot of dropped interceptions, bro. Like, we're older. I'm used to back in the day, we had 2 or 3 Stephon Diggs in the league that would average 8, 9, or 7 and up picks. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. How do you get on defense? You got all the speed in the world. If you don't have no hands, guess where they're putting you?
That's not necessary. I mean, that's not necessarily true though,
that's
man.
That's the stigma. That is a stigma though.
Yeah, but back in
out
the past,
DBs are so taught to slap
Go
the
ahead.
ball that they're hardly doing any catches in practice. In my opinion, I don't know.
But they dropping balls. I'm seeing a lot of like simple just dropped interceptions, man. I know DBs drop interceptions every day, but like everything from like these Hail Marys that go up, and you see all these DBs miss time to jump, getting out.
Whoa, time. That's a bad.
Yeah, because Hail Marys are
you're
taught
taught
to slap it down
as a DB to knock down Hail Mary.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm just saying the ball skills to me have diminished.
But
they actually
were they
better?
But
how do you figure that?
Because like if you see that offensive pass interference that didn't get called where he face masked him and pushed him off. So I used to own a gym. In the gym, when you go spot somebody on the gym, right? They're doing a bench press. As soon as they go to lift up and they're struggling, if you give them any type of a little lift, that weight's going to come up, right? Have you noticed all the pulls on the jerseys? That little tug pulls that you're seeing all these DBs on that tug now, and that's what I was going to ask Clark. Are they teaching that now? That tug, you see all the receivers holding that tug on that jersey.
Absolutely. You're gonna get the jersey on the hip. Slingshot.
I hate that. I hate that they do that. You know what I'm saying? I guess because we have a lot of more camera angles now. Back in the day it wasn't really shown like that, but I guess. Is that a defensive back tactic?
Man, ask Dion. He loved to teach the looking lean.
Tug and catapult yourself to the.
They've been doing that for decades.
Yeah.
It's just we're more accessible. We got more accessibility now. So that's why I always tell folks, like, when they say back in my day, I said back in your day, we wasn't privy to what we privy today. You had dudes running around with damn stick-em on their hands, bro.
Right.
Stick-em. And then you can maul a receiver all the way down the field. So, of course, you're going to get interceptions where you could basically toss them to the ground.
Well, the defense
and then
is
think
always
of this. Who are better throwers in the football? Quarterbacks back then or quarterbacks today?
Now.
So who would be easier to intercept? Quarterbacks today or quarterbacks of yesterday?
Back in the day.
Look at the quarterbacks of yesterday, all the damn interceptions they used to throw.
And I guess
even your favorites like the John Elway and stuff threw a lot of freaking interceptions. But you can also beat up the receiver. So it's hand in hand.
Yeah,
but they still would throw some dumbass passes.
But now they're passing even more.
And they interceptions still not as much as what they were.
Right.
You just answered your question.
Defense
so I guess
I mean, bro, but okay. I don't want to get into the quarterback thing because you know which way I'm gonna lean.
What's that?
Huh? The quarterbacks of today, they're more dynamic, but they're really not doing okay, you have a few quarterbacks that's doing it.
They're better throwers.
But how?
How are they better throwers?
I think the
they're not better throwers
now that they have on throwers.
All right, describe to me how they're not better throwers today.
You have a few that's better throwers, but as a conglomerate, no.
As a whole, they are better throwers.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why, Zar. Why I know you're stuck in your old head ways.
Why I gotta be old?
If the position hasn't evolved from the days in which we growed up, then those pioneers have failed the game. Every position today is better than what it was back when we played. Period. Every sport. You get better or you get worse. You don't stay the same. They better today.
So the evolution of the quarterback.
The evolution of the quarterback, the evolution of the athlete, the evolution of the game. Everything is better.
We're talking about the evolution of the quarterback.
No, every aspect. Let me ask you this: if we would have had YouTube to watch yourself and watch plays at home back in the day, do you know how far you would elevate? If we would have had Madden in the 80s opposed to getting it in the 90s, you know how far ahead we would have been? I will be the first one to admit a lot of my stuff that I learned a lot on football as far as schemes came from Madden or college football, playing on the sticks. You feel me?
I'll give you that.
and now these kids have that
the
now.
evolution of the game has made it better. The rules, old heads don't like the new rules because we barbarians. We grew up in a barbaric state. So we don't like rule changes. We don't like, oh man, defensive receiver. Oh man, this. Oh man, that. I'm gonna tell you something. Now that I got a son playing, I'm all for that goddamn defensive receiver shit.
Because you're never gonna see DBs like Dion take away a whole field like back in the day. You know what I mean? It's just not gonna happen like it used to because the defensive schemes are so different.
if you can't contact a receiver after 5 yards, don't your skills got to be better now as a defensive back?
Yeah.
Your overall cover skills.
Well, your cover skills.
Okay.
We're talking about hand skills too.
Okay. Now that we're here, so we see that the DBs cover better. Schematically on defense, would you say defenses and the schemes that they run are more intricate and more difficult to decipher compared to back in the day when they ran the 46?
You got a lot of
cool. I don't need no feedback. I just need a yes or no. So with those two factors being identified, if you are a quarterback, is it harder to throw today or is it easier?
For some quarterbacks, easy.
So, oh shit. Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm just saying, son.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Like you never seen the back shoulder fade like as ran as much as you do back in the day. Like the tighter windows of these quarterbacks of what they're throwing in these windows, like a Mahomes or a Stafford. That one game I told you, Stafford balled out. Some of those balls he threw, and I forget who they played. I think it was the Raiders, but he was eating them up.
Yeah, but okay.
The Peyton Mannings, I'm talking about those tight window balls. Like Terry Bradshaw would sling it, and he had receivers that make him look good. But I never seen Terry Bradshaw throw like a tight window ball like that. You know what I'm saying? When you start comparing the old days,
the plays are different. You know, back in the day, we didn't have the West Coast, all this RPO.
Yes, you did.
When you
had
have
the West Coast. Stop. Whoa, don't do that. You had the West Coast. Let's say RPO. Your dumb ass don't even realize we had the West Coast. Just say we didn't have RPO.
Where
you done?
No, go ahead, Czar. Go ahead, because I gotta correct you because you can't be just throwing shit out there.
What I'm trying to say is, the RPO today, you can basically with the RPO and the defense, the way the defense set up, you already have that first hot read. So it's really you throwing to a spot or a window. It's not like they're reading. Some quarterbacks and some offenses, you have to read. Some downs you have to read. That first down.
So I think this is where you do a disservice to quarterbacks, and I think you show your inability to understand the position because statements like that.
Can I finish talking?
No, because when you say something outlandish, I gotta stop you. Because when you just try to just say, "Oh, quarterback, all he got to do is just look and go there," that's processing information. That's understanding front. That's understanding where the safety's at in relationship to what's called and what's the weakness and what you think they're in. So it's not as simple as just do this.
No, you throwing to a spot, man. Just like
doesn't that take comprehension?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say quarterbacks can't comprehend.
You just made. Hold on. Hey, let me get DJ in here because he coached
quarterback not comprehending.
Let me get DJ in here. He a quarterback whisperer. He'll talk to you.
I'm just saying, bro. Like,
no, ain't no just saying. He gonna just say right now. Go ahead, keep going though until you come up here.
Bro, if you have a certain formation, let's say you run in motion. I don't know everything about it, bro, but just like
we can tell.
I know. Okay, put it like this. Just like in practice, if that DB is off,
not a game.
Practice. You can practice. If that DB is off, and you have that communication between that receiver and that quarterback, and you say, okay, the defense is off, 5 to 7 yards? It's an automatic screen.
Screen?
Yes,
hey,
bro.
Hey, DJ, go, man. Go ahead, talk. He take them damn soda pads off.
Not a screen boy hitch, bro. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Come on,
say
fam.
it again. Say it again, fam. I didn't.
Go ahead, Lamar. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, man.
I missed it. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
I missed it. What was it that you? What is an automatic screen?
I didn't say, oh, my bad. I misspoke. It's like a hitch.
Okay, so you're saying if the DB's off, he runs a hitch?
Yeah. 3 yard,
So
3
that's
yard stop, whatever, just a quick throw. There's a lot of that going on in the NFL because the defense is playing off. The quarterback's going to take it. Meanwhile, with the rest of the offensive line and defensive line are which that's my forte. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on, but the quarterback and the receiver know what's going on. This play has been called. Hey, that DB is off. X that play. Bam, we go in there for the 5 yards. It happens all the time, bro. I seen you do it, Ahmad.
You see me pick off quick slant 5 to 7 yards off like you said run, though. That's what's so damn funny.
What are you talking about, bro?
You see me over receivers and y'all run them quick screens, as you said, and I pick them shits off. So it's just not as easy as saying, hey, run this because the DB off. Go ahead,
DB is
DJ,
off.
because he'll keep talking, bro. Go ahead, DJ.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Well, on the just a little bit, just on the point that, okay, for example, KC when they played Buffalo, you had on that last drive, Travis Kelce. He basically had an option route call. He could have went. I think he could have had an out. He had a seam, and he had the other option of like a hitch or something like that. And he went with the seam because the safety. They took Tyreek Hill. They followed Tyreek Hill, thinking he was going deep. The corner went out. Seam right there. He hit him. So it's, it sounds like. Now I'm trying to catch. I missed your beginning point, so I didn't catch what you were saying.
You don't have a point, bro. You didn't miss nothing.
I didn't miss it.
I always have a point, Ahmad.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, Soda Pad.
So,
Go ahead and talk, brother. Go ahead, man. Go ahead and finish talking, man.
Oh no, I don't have. I'm coming in now, so we can start fresh.
I always like to educate a brother.
All right, DJ. Since you in here, shout out to my dog Bobby Blizzard. He says it's called a hot route. What you trying to describe, DJ?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
sorry, not DJ, because DJ Sailor is the real DJ. I mean Czar, because Czar changed his name to DJ Hollywood. So I don't want to get y'all confused. Listen, DJ actually is a quarterback whisperer in my opinion. So I'm gonna let him speak to you, Czar, about how the quarterbacks of today are better versus when we were coming up.
Wait a minute, DJ, before you talk, Ahmad.
Okay.
When I say by the quarterbacks, I'm talking about the throws. Okay, the ability.
Talk to that.
Okay, wait a minute. But you trying to create this cloud and try to put it in the bottom? No, sir. No, sir. I said certain quarterbacks are better. But go ahead, DJ. Go ahead, man.
You got it down.
We can start it with a question. What quarterback do you know back? I don't know. Let's just say pre-1995. What quarterback do you know threw a back shoulder fade? A legit back shoulder fade.
Elway.
When did you see Elway throw a back shoulder fade?
I think it was against Cleveland.
That was a
drive.
I
think it was a drive. Yeah, the drive.
That was a slant.
I'm a Bronco fan. No, I'm a Bronco fan.
Slant. It was a
no,
slant,
bro. If you seen the drive,
see that kind of throw.
Go ahew.
You didn't see that kind of throw back then.
It was a slant, bro. I'm being honest with you, bro. It was a slant on the drive.
Okay, Dan Marino. It wasn't a fake spike or a fade.
Not a back shoulder fade.
Not a back shoulder fade.
Oh my God.
You know what back shoulder means?
Yes, I know, bro. So I'm not
when you throw back shoulder, what are you ending? What the hell? Y'all won't need the whole profile of you ragged ass shoulder pad.
Yo, Fred, did you really house with those?
Yeah, it had to. Hold on.
So, man, I'm gonna get to my
Jack Boy Maine right now.
Hold on, bro.
I'm gonna get to my point while we
imitating K-Shine right now.
Go ahead.
So basically, quarterbacks now are they're throwing from a earlier age. You got 8U, 9U, 10. Yep. I've seen 7U down here in Florida. They're running air raids, spreads. They're running, variations of the West Coast, different kind of spread, power spread, all of those things. They're running it. They're coming into middle school, high school, more versed at playing quarterback. I know it's a kid here in Tampa. His name is Noah. He's like 9. The kid could probably legit run a middle school offense if he needed to, and he's only 9. You get there wasn't nobody. I played. Let me say, I graduated in 06. Our our most our most let me say modern type of formation was a trips formation. Now you got stack, you got slot stack, you got all kind of stuff going on where that's going on at younger ages, and these kids are coming in throwing early. You got guys like Kyler Murray came in as a freshman. He won, what was that, 4 state championships in a row. You're not seeing many cats come in throwing from the time they're 8, 9 years old. Back in the day, they ain't start throwing the ball till 9th grade. Maybe they were in wing T, triple option, single wing offenses like that where you got 8 passes a game, maybe 8 passes a game. Even look, let me see, what was that? 99 when Virginia Tech was in the national title game.
Yep.
They didn't throw the ball much at all.
Yeah.
It was giving it to Lee Suggs and the other cat. I can't remember his name, but it wasn't throwing the ball like
Andre
that.
Kendrick.
Yeah, they was throwing the ball. I mean, they're running the ball. You weren't throwing the ball like that. You get there. That's why Dan Marino's so great to, my generation. I know y'all a little older than me, but he's great. He's like, okay, he was pitching the ball around 30, 40
ahead of his
times
time.
a game.
Yeah, he was like Dan Fouts too. Dan Fouts was ahead of his time.
Exactly. Fouts and Jaworski was another one. They threw the ball a lot, and it's like, okay, they could kind of pitch it. They were running. You said they didn't have West Coast. West Coast started in the 70s with the Bengals. You had that. It was out there. They was throwing it a little bit, but it was only one squad.
Okay, but when you say they wasn't really throwing it, but look at the quarterbacks. Okay, so the quarterbacks that we grew up with, which is we saw a lot of greats.
Yeah.
Are they better than the guys that are playing? Are the guys, the pros today? Are they better than them?
Yeah, pros today better.
What?
Yeah.
So you trying to tell me? Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, think about it like this. You look at just, take the 90s. You got maybe 10 guys that were dope. You got Montana, Young, Favre, Moon, Kelly, Bledsoe, maybe. And then after, Aikman, I'm not really a fan of Aikman, but he's Aikman. So you got 6 to 10 guys, whereas now you got 10 guys at least.
Name the 10 guys now then.
Right now? Okay,
yeah,
from the top.
Name me 10 guys that get even on that level.
Wilson, Rodgers, Watson, Burrow.
Wait.
What?
Watson?
Yeah, I can't name Watson.
No.
He hate Watson.
Don't name. Leave Watson and Jackson off this list.
Leave Watson and Jackson. Oh, okay, Josh Allen, Burrow.
Okay.
Why I gotta leave Jackson and Watson off the list?
They can't throw.
You don't like black quarterbacks.
They got issues with the arm, bro. Since you the quarterback whisperer, they got issues inside the red zone. In between the 20s, they are dynamic as hell. When you shrink,
you done said the wrong thing then to him.
That's not true.
You done said the wrong thing.
That's not true. I'll give you issues in the red zone. Daniel Jones. Every time they get in the red zone.
He's another one. Daniel Jones. Sorry.
Well, yeah, but that's issues in the red zone. The Ravens are one of the highest scoring red zone teams. How?
Okay,
and Lamar's one of the more accurate guys in the red zone. But
so who's Lamar's?
Who's Lamar?
Okay, wait, Lamar. Wait your turn, Lamar. So who does Lamar throw to?
See, I knew it. He moved it.
What's coming.
He throws to Hollywood. He throws to Andrews. What you mean? No, he don't throw to Hollywood.
No, he doesn't.
Red zone. Why wouldn't he throw to Andrews in the red zone?
He throws to Mark Edwards, the tight end.
Edwards? You mean Andrews?
I'm Andrew Edwards. Yeah. Whatever.
Edwards, Mark Andrews.
Edwards.
What's wrong with throwing to the tight end? Patrick Mahomes throws to the tight end.
But
in the red zone,
there's a difference between how Lamar does it and how Mahomes does it. Okay,
so Mahomes does it light skin.
No, see, you just come on, bro. Come on.
I didn't even have to say it. He said it.
Nah, fam. No. Okay.
Okay.
I pulled a statistic. So Edwards, the tight end, is the leading receiver for the Ravens. right? And
What's the
and
problem?
Lamar, you already know what I'm going to. Why haven't the Ravens gotten this guy a true number one?
That's the
That ain't
Ravens'
Lamar's
fault.
fault.
That's the Ravens' fault.
So is Hollywood a true number one?
No. Anybody who
Okay.
watch the game know he's not a.
Okay, so
let me take that back. He's not to me. He's not a. He's not an outside guy. He's not an outside guy. Like if I had to shoot between an X, a D, and a slot, he'd probably be. I'm
What'd
sorry.
you say, Myron?
Go ahead, man.
No, I was saying, how many times has the Ravens had a true number one?
They haven't.
Over all their years, except for when Steve Smith Sr. came.
Yep. And you want to know why? You want to know why they have not had a number one?
Because that's not their philosophy.
True. But
Even
a true
with
number
Flacco,
one, a true number
white
one
quarterback, you know that you said
would not be able to stomach that arm, bro. And I'm sorry I had to say it that way.
Hold on, we just proved even with Flacco they didn't have a number one receiver, brother.
They won a Super Bowl. They leading receiver.
They had Torrey Smith. Torrey Smith was the number one.
Let
me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Czar. When Shannon Sharp was playing with Denver and getting busy as a tight end, were you dissing your quarterback?
No,
he can't throw
because he threw to Rodwood. He threw to we had
Smith.
McCaffrey. Hold on, bro. You don't ask the wrong question.
I was in Denver at the same time. That's why it's a rhetorical question.
Wait. First of all, Elway had some bad seasons. He had a couple of bad seasons. But when he had that team, you had Rod Smith, Shannon Sharp, and you had Ed McCaffrey.
Yeah.
That was balanced, bro. It doesn't matter where he was going. The ball was there.
Notice I'm not dissing John.
Yeah.
But you here's the thing that I really dislike about you that you don't even realize you box yourself in.
No,
so
I don't.
You just said, hold on, you just said Elway had some bad years, but when he got his weapons, he got his guys, you saw John, right? Saw what he can do. Lamar hasn't even had the opportunity to get his guys, and you dismiss him. All right? When Drew Brees got to the Saints, who was his best weapon for years? Jimmy
Michael
Graham.
Thomas.
What position did he play? Tight end. Are you going to say Drew Bledsoe couldn't throw?
Drew Brees or Drew Bledsoe?
I mean Brees. I'm sorry, Drew Brees. Are you going to say Drew Brees couldn't throw?
That offense was different though, bro.
Sir. Are you going to say
that offense?
Sir, you're doing too much. It's clear as day. You can answer it. When Drew Brees went to the Saints and Jimmy Graham was his leading receiver, and he never had a Pro Bowl receiver, were you saying all he throw to is a tight end? He can't throw.
No, but you had the way Sean Payton ran the offense was wide open.
Hold on.
It was wide open.
Hold on. When Cam Newton had Steve Smith as a rookie, threw for over 4,000 yards, you started knocking him when Greg Olsen, a tight end, was his leading receiver. But Cam showed you what he could do with the true number one receiver. He can produce. But you would still say that Cam Newton had a tight end as a leading receiver, he can't throw. But when we look at the Caucasian quarterback or the quarterback with drips of Caucasian in them, you allow them to throw the tight end. Like Patrick Mahomes, top flight tight end. Whoa, top flight tight end, you say it's different. Drew Brees, top flight tight end, it's different,
man.
John Elway, top flight tight end, it's different.
They can throw.
Lamar Jackson, you said Lamar can't throw in the red zone. We said Lamar is efficient in the red zone. Okay, but who are you throwing to? Either you're efficient or you're not. Because in order to be efficient, you have to be able to decipher what the defense is doing or an accurate ball. So if he's throwing to the tight end, no matter what, he still has to be accurate and throw to who's open by understanding what the defense is doing.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Tom
DJ,
Brady had who? Tom Brady had Gronk, right?
Yeah, Gronk and the Silver Killer.
Peyton Manning. He had Clark.
Dallas Clark. Phillip Rivers and Antonio
Joe Montana.
Davis.
He had good tight end. Troy Aikman had good tight end.
Yeah.
You want me to keep going? There's a lot of quarterbacks.
Can I say something?
Dan Fouts.
Hey,
Dan
wait a minute.
Fouts had Winslow Sr.
There's something that all these teams that you mentioned that Lamar and the Ravens don't have.
What is that?
They had dominant skill guys on the outside.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Wait. Regardless
You're correct.
of what you say,
You're correct. We never argue that.
Wait a minute, bro. Those quarterbacks can get the ball to the outside. Lamar can't do that on a consistent basis.
We never look. We never argued the weapons
And that's
that
why
Lamar didn't have.
Okay, wait a minute. Can I say something else? Steve Smith and Cam Newton. Why do you think Steve Smith got out of Carolina?
It wasn't because of Cam.
His contract.
It was his contract.
Right.
Damn, dumb boy.
No, fam. Okay, first of all, when you have a Steve Smith that's a
hey, nah. You got to stop because you're trying to move the fence.
You got to get your bars up. I can't even get me. Turn the mic off.
No, you can't. Was Cam Newton?
Oh, man.
Was Cam Newton successful throwing the football with Steve Smith as a receiver? Yes or no?
No.
You need me to read what he did with Steve Smith as a receiver?
Go ahead.
Right. You ain't gonna listen.
All right.
He
is the dude that said somebody could give him a fact, but he don't care. He did say that.
Go ahead.
As a rookie, he threw for over 4,000 yards.
Oh, let me say that.
Once Steve left, he never threw for over 4,000 yards again.
Okay.
So, I mean, you got him a true number one. He threw for over 4,000 yards.
Did you break down the pass, the routes too?
Bro,
don't forget.
Hold on. Time out. Respectfully, the reason why I don't do that anymore with you, because I think it's very disrespectful when I pull up that software and I go through and I get a game and I show you throws and it's clear as day and you still deny it. That showed me that I'll never do that again with you.
Okay. So
don't even go. Go. You go down that lane with me. I'm gonna hang up on your ass.
I'm gonna do it for you. Weren't the Carolina Panthers running RPO?
His first year?
Yeah. It's not like Cam Newton was sitting back, dropping back. It was straight RPO.
Not his rookie year.
Bruh.
Not his rookie year.
You trying to tell me Cam Newton sat back and threw the ball?
Oh, he was letting it fly. He threw the ball over 500 times as a rookie. Are you serious?
But you're trying to tell me he sat back there and actually threw the ball without the RPO?
Yes. That year? Yes.
No. I already have film of the first season, bro.
All right, please share.
Okay. And just like I say with Watson.
I welcome it.
Just like I say with Watson, when you run that RPO action, the receivers get lost in the coverage.
Just show.
No,
you got to stand on that, man. No, now you got to stand on it. I need the film.
I'm going to stand
Your
on it, bro.
Ain't returning on my platform because you ain't going to pump fake today.
Bro. So with the RPO, offense, and DJ.
I'm listening.
DJ, can I ask
No,
DJ?
hold. Stop talking. Read the comment. He even said rookie year he didn't do RPO. You got somebody else in the comments confirming it. How many more people you need?
Huh? Bro, you need more people. I don't believe you.
I think he's confusing like RG3 and Cam or something.
Yeah,
bro.
Thank you.
No, bro.
I gotta be.
Where the film at, bro?
Bro, I'm in my living room right now,
Where
man.
the film at?
Look, put it like this: Cam Newton, your boy Jackson.
Who was the offensive coordinator that year?
I don't know.
Well, how you know if they run the RPO?
What'd you say?
You know who was the offensive coordinator?
Let DJ talk, man.
Oh, the same guy who was with the Indianapolis Colts with Peyton Manning was the offensive coordinator. Oh, no. He wasn't with Peyton yet. He was in Cleveland before then. Did they run RPO in Cleveland? But he all of a sudden will run the RPO because Cam there now? That in 1 year? Like that?
Superman.
Just like that.
I'll go pull the film in a minute, bro. Go ahead, DJ.
Okay. Go ahead, DJ.
And I think their quarterback coach was Ken Dorsey. He ain't teaching no RPO.
We'll see. So you trying to tell me the Carolina Panthers, his first year didn't run no RPO? And when we're talking about RPO, we're talking about option read and all that.
Nobody said that.
We're talking about the RPO as the base of your scheme. Not they did run some RPO
there
plays.
We go.
Here's the difference. No, because this is where I know.
Don't backtrack now.
this is what I know. You don't understand offensive philosophy. You got your scheme and your principle, and then you have certain plays that you will run to show things. But you always stick to your principles. It's just like you can have a West Coast offense, and you say, "Oh, you telling me they never ran no shotgun?" Yeah, they'll run some shotgun, but the basis of the offense is West Coast principles.
Okay, so
It's like saying, "Hey, Richard Sherman, all he plays zone. He don't play no cover one." Yeah, but the majority of the time they play cover three. But he plays some man. But we know majority of the time they played a hybrid of 3 and 1 that you couldn't tell. So it's a lot of things you can say as somebody who's discussing football to try to box somebody in. So when you say they didn't run an RPO, they ran some RPO plays, but it wasn't based around an RPO, brother.
Okay, so if you run an RPO play and it busts for, like, say, 80-yard touchdown, it's not like you're throwing the guy open. The receiver on these RPO plays, the receivers, they leak out and get lost in the coverage. It's not like he's doing a 15-yard out or something like that to the half.
All right, cool. I'm glad you said that. So in order to run I'm so glad you went down that road.
Me too.
Because you just F'd yourself when it comes. You just F'd yourself because you always make it seem like the African American quarterback isn't bright. This is where you kill yourself.
Bro, I ain't say see.
Come
on, man.
I ain't say you said it. You imply it. My bad. Because you skilled. This is where you kill yourself. RPO. Folks think it's easy to run the RPO. DJ, is it easy to run the RPO?
Nope.
You need the right kind of quarterback. You need the right kind of line.
Whoa. You missing it. Damn, you got that big head and that damn, my statement still went over that joint? Gee.
I'm sorry.
No,
you got to have some type of intellect to run RPO, bro.
Are you confusing the action for RPO?
Say again?
I'm being dead serious, John. Like, just revisionist history. Are you confusing play action with RPO? Because they had D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart. And if I recall, they were pretty heavy play action at that point. Because both of them went for like 800 yards.
Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Again, the reason Steve Smith left Carolina is because Cam Newton could not get him the ball.
And
he started to moan and groan at Cam Newton. Management made a decision. You're not going to upset our young rookie going forward. Go ahead.
Can I stop you right there?
Yes, sir.
So he won't give Steve Smith the ball?
Oh, he was. But he would airmail it. Steve Smith was frustrated at Cam Newton and his work ethic.
Stop. Steve Smith had 1,394 yards and 7 touchdowns Cam rookie year.
7 touchdowns. 7 damn touchdowns. And that's what I'm talking about. When it gets to the red zone, inaccuracy.
Right,
airmailing the ball out of bounds.
While he's still talking,
wait. On that point, you said 7 touchdowns. Hold on. You said 7 touchdowns. What about Julio Jones in Atlanta?
We ain't talking
about
Julio.
About red zone. No. We talk about quarterbacks, right? And you said accuracy in the red zone. Why doesn't Julio Jones have more touchdowns in the red zone when he was playing in Atlanta? He definitely didn't have any this year.
Atlanta was balanced.
Hey, bro, can I say something to you after that? How many years you think Steve Smith had double-digit receiving touchdowns?
I really don't know. I can't answer that confidently.
So if he only had 1, is that speaking more to him or to Cam?
Him.
All right. So when I just said he had 7 receiving touchdowns, you said, see, that's Cam. Steve is never known for being a double-digit receiving touchdown guy.
Still, to the point, what I was trying to make is the reason why Steve Smith left is because Steve Smith was upset at Cam Newton's work ethic when there's simple pass patterns and routes, and Cam is airmailing the ball.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
I always got to cut you off because you say stupid stuff. 2009, Steve Smith had 982 yards in 15 games. 2010, Steve Smith had 554 yards in 14 games. Then they draft Cam Newton. He had 1,300 yards and 1,100 yards. In the following year, he had 745. He went to Baltimore, had 1,000 yards and 600 and 700. So the 2 years before Cam, he didn't sniff 1,000 yards. The 2 seasons with Cam, he had over 1,000 yards. What's the problem?
So can you pull the stats with Jake Delhomme? You want to pull them stats real quick?
Yeah.
And Musi Muhammad and all them?
Yeah.
Or did they play together?
His
Did Musi Muhammad play
2005 season, his 2000 Steve Smith's best season was 2005. He had 1,500 yards a season. With Cam, he had 1,394.
Whoa. Read that stat. 2005, who's the quarterback?
Jake Delhomme when they went to the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
And then Cam went to a Super Bowl without Steve and had more.
But
that's even better. Cam had more passing touchdowns without Steve.
You
just
proved my point, son.
You just killed your point.
You had Jake Delhomme.
Because that was a setup. That was a setup to get what up.
Jake Delhomme.
Okay, Jake Delhomme. Okay, you done?
Not the strongest quarterback, but he put the ball on the money.
Okay.
So, again, the reason Steve Smith was left or basically got kicked out or whatever the situation was, left out of Carolina. Cam Newton was airmailing the ball on simple routes.
All right, cool.
Can I finish?
No. Now it's my turn. Because this takes us back to Deshaun Watson. Oh, no, you got to stop. It takes us back to Deshaun Watson. This is the same parallel universe.
Why we change the subject?
No, stop.
You brought Cam. You going Cam.
Bro, stop. I got to correlate the two. I'm using Deshaun as an example with this Cam situation because it's a parallel universe. We've been here before. You said when Newt was leaving, that Deshaun he ain't going to do nothing. Deshaun has his best season as a pro. Accuracy, touchdown yards, boom. Cam Newton. Steve Smith leaves, 2015 season come around. Most touchdowns they ever had, 35. Least amount of interceptions is just 10. 7.1 TD percentage. Goes to the Super Bowl, wins 15 games without Steve. So the same way you saying is Jake, then Cam was more successful without Steve. But you would say, he's throwing it to tight end. Which one is it?
You got a lot of questions to answer. I'm still waiting on the Matt Ryan stuff.
Done? Are you done? Okay. So again, you just proved my point. When it comes to certain quarterbacks, when they have a dominant number one wide receiver, they cannot get them the ball. When the receiver leaves, you can basically, when you don't have a number one to throw to, you got a bunch of 2 or 3s, you can dink and dunk, you can do whatever you want to do. The pressure's not there. The routes are not the same. But when you have that true number one running those routes, you're expected to get them the ball. You can't do that. That's the reason why right there, bro. I just answered your question.
Go ahead. Go ahead, DJ.
Which one?
I don't know what he talking about.
Bro, when you have a true number one that, like you say, that has targets, if you have a quarterback that's inaccurate, bro, it's not going to work out. But when you get rid of that true number one, you got a bunch of 2 or 3s running like easy routes that number one's not going to run. Of course, you're going to have success. But you don't have that pressure
right?
of getting that ball to that number one on that deep route. You got to be accurate, man.
So by your logic, a quarterback should never screen for a number one option because it's easier when you don't have a number one option.
I didn't say that.
That's what you just said.
I didn't say screen for look.
You just
Baltimore will never get.
You just said it's easier to produce without a number one.
It is.
So 2s and 3s are better to have than 1 because 2s and 3s run better routes than 1.
Myron, when you don't have a strong arm like that, an accurate arm.
So then,
the proof
if
in
your
the pudding.
arm, wait a second.
Look at Lamar Jackson.
But if that's the case, then if that's the case, then I should just have the 2s and 3s run their route, or I could just get a 1 to run the route that the 2 and 3 could run better.
Look at the Raiders. Y'all ain't got no true number one. Y'all got a bunch of 2s and 3s. Look what y'all did. Y'all was successful.
Wow.
Just saying.
It's the same offense, bro.
No. You have a
It
true
was
number
the
one
same
that's gonna dominate
offense.
the chart. Go ahead,
Hey,
Mike.
they
Go
got
ahead,
a
brother.
they got a dominant ass tight end though.
Who was hurt?
Who?
What about the entire
2 and 3s. You had a bunch of Renfros running routes.
Oh my God! Don't get me started
So,
on how nice Winfro is.
He is nice. He ain't on number
He's
one.
a smaller cup.
So, Czar, are you saying when you have an inaccurate quarterback, a number 2 and 3 receiver is better to have than number 1? Is that what you're saying?
Depending on those, yeah.
Why is that?
Look at Baltimore's offense.
No,
Look at Houston's offense
I'm
when
not.
when they had Watson without Hopkins.
I don't want to look at that.
I know
Why
you
do
don't
you
want to look.
think
It's the
that's
truth.
better?
It's the truth.
Why do you think that's better?
Okay, depending on the offense, when you have a number one, and Ahmad, you can probably attest to this. When you have a number one, they're gonna roll coverage. Am I right? Right?
Yes. It depends on who the number one receiver is.
Exactly.
What you mean exactly?
So if you have a bunch of if you got a bunch of Hollywoods out there, they're not gonna roll covers in no damn Hollywood.
According to you,
they're not gonna roll covers in no damn Hollywood for what?
Whoa. We all say Hollywood's not a number one. What are you talking about?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. When they
I
don't roll coverage,
I don't know what you're trying to say at all, man. Respectfully, I don't understand what you're trying to say.
So when you don't have a true number one, you don't have to roll covers. The defense is almost like vanilla, almost.
Hold on. Time out.
You still got games that defenses. Go ahead.
Czar, I think you have a misconception of roll coverage. So roll coverage isn't
over
more
the top
difficult. Damn, bro. It isn't more difficult for a quarterback to read roll coverage. It's making him go away from his favorite target. You're taking the more productive guy away. That doesn't mean the defense is more difficult. It's making the quarterback get out of his comfort zone of going to his favorite target. That's what roll coverage does.
Yeah.
So you saying it's not vanilla is like, bro, like, respectfully, I think you get things confused as Myra was saying with like RPO versus play action. You may think some RPO and it's just play action.
I know the difference between rolling coverage and RPO. I know the difference. Bro, play ball. It's simple. It's simple. Well, if you don't have that number, one,
just because you play ball don't mean you really understand.
Bro,
the intricacies of the game,
man.
bro.
I coach. Look, when you don't have
I'm not trying to disrespect you, but I'm just saying when folks say I play ball or I coach, it's a lot of mamma jammers who play ball that's dumb, and there's a lot of people who coach young people that's dumb. So that don't mean you still know. You got to show and prove to us right now by what you're saying doesn't match up with what you're trying to portray with saying that, sir.
I'm going to say it like this, and like you say respectfully. If you don't have a true number one, we ain't worried about your punk ass. We're going to play basic, vanilla defense.
Are you going to play?
You're not going to get all the special cover packages and stuff like that.
Okay, cool.
We ain't got to play no games.
Cool.
Julio Jones ain't out there.
So here's
we ain't got to play no games because Hopkins not out there.
Okay, cool. So here's where we differ in the philosophy. If you don't have a number one, I'm not going to play vanilla shit. I'm coming to get you.
That's fine.
So if you, as a defensive coordinator, see somebody don't got number one receivers and you playing vanilla, you probably going to allow yourself to get beaten because you're making it easier for that quarterback. If you don't got a number one, you want to attack them. My opinion, I'm coming to get you. I'm playing roll coverage. I'm using zone blitzes because you don't have top receivers to hurt me. I'm going to make it hard for you to read. I'm not going to give you the time if you don't got.
It depends on your defensive philosophy, brother. That's all.
Well, look, I never played wide receiver, but I'm sure the coverages are just as much to confuse the receivers as they are the quarterback. Correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Exactly, Myron.
You got a point. The first time, you got a point. Yes, you got a point.
Hey, like Bill said, how many years did Tom Brady truly have a number one receiver? According to the masses.
Didn't really didn't have a number one. But his arm was superior.
His arm was not superior.
Not because he's white. His arm was superior.
Hold on. This is what's superior to Tom Brady, bro.
Yes.
This between the ears.
He's cerebral.
That mother sucker's special right there.
Yes. Smart. And I'm not saying quarterbacks are not smart.
He's like, to me, Tom Brady is like Joe Montana. This won't superior. This was middle of the pack.
It's the same thing.
What goes under the radar is look at what McNair had before T.O.
Oh,
I like McNair. McNair had a good arm.
Oh, you like McNair?
Yeah, I like McNair.
What about us?
Well, y'all to say I don't like black quarterbacks, because they got to be light skinned. That's some bullshit.
So you like old school quarterbacks. That's they gotta be born in the 70s. You know, like
I'm a fan of the old school quarterback. I like the dynamics now of some of these quarterbacks. But when you start shrinking that real estate down to score, it get hard, man. It's like Lamar Jackson make it harder than it is.
Yo, what did you just say?
Doesn't.
What did you just say about the real estate? What did you just say?
When you shrink the real estate, which means
alert. Monday morning, Tuesday morning, jumped on my live and said the Rams gave Cincinnati the game. I mean, Cincinnati gave the Rams the game when they went for it on 4th and 1 on their own 40, and the game of short fields an easy touchdown. And
I said that, yes. And let me explain that. You have two superior quarterbacks with arm talent.
Brother.
No, you punt the ball.
You mother-loving, put your foot in your mouth.
No, you punt the ball, man. It's an easy touchdown.
So when's the real estate coming to play?
Say again?
Never mind. Go ahead, DJ. My bad.
I want the Matt Ryan answer. You dodged that, and you never. I just want you to answer the Julio Jones Matt Ryan dilemma. Julio had 5 million yards and a half a touchdown. Matt Ryan is accurate.
Mm-hmm.
What was the excuse? What's the issue?
Atlanta was balanced. Ever since Matt Ryan has been there, Atlanta
has
been balanced.
Them being balanced.
By what standards? By what standards?
Bro, Atlanta's always tried to have a running game.
So Matt never led the NFL in passing yards.
I can't confidently say that. I can't confidently say that.
You didn't inhale, huh?
I can't confidently say that about Matt Ryan. But the Atlanta Falcons have always, when Matt Ryan was there, they've always been balanced.
He's still there.
Matt throw the ball back to back. No, they had a running game.
So you telling me Devontae Freeman took Julio Jones touchdowns? So Devontae Freeman took Julio Jones touchdown. That's what you telling me.
Depending on the offensive coordinator, yeah. When you on the 3-yard line, I'm an old school coach. When it comes to real estate, I would rather bring in the big boys, the jumbo set, like the Cowboys did this season, and run the ball from the 3-yard line. Just like the
Devontae Freeman, 5'8", 200 pounds. What you mean?
5'8", 200 pounds, bro. No pause. That's a thick running back. That's a thick running back. He's like a Maurice Jones-Drew. Maurice Jones-Drew was like 5'1", but 200 pounds. I seen him like a damn cannonball. Okay,
so he was like 230.
Yeah. No, Maurice Jones was not no 230.
Yes, he was.
No.
He was like
damn sure 230 right now.
Yeah, he about 240 right now. But as me being a defender, when you grab a running back like that, that's short in stature and all that power.
So how you grab him? Show us how you grab him. You had your shoulder pads. Show us how you grab him.
Okay, for instance, not to take it back to the old school, there was a play I missed
I misjudged the speed and the power. We played Deep Creek. I had, hit him. He spun out. I said, damn, he's strong. He's stronger than I thought. Had to load up.
Who, Deion Dyer?
Had a kill shot on him. Huh?
You said Deion Dyer?
Yeah, when we played them in high. And Deion Dyer was what, 5'8", 250? 220? Whatever. Had a whole kill shot. Spun out. I said, damn. So when you see these running backs, when you say they 5'8",
so you telling me Devontae Freeman and MJD was the same?
Well, Amar, hold on. I got to go in a few. You asked me on drinking this water. So I started my little diet.
Oh, yeah, that's your
brand,
right? That's your brand, right?
Yeah, Stride Right for the old people.
Okay.
No, man, no. But I got the ginger root, the cucumber,
okay,
lemon, a little detox water. That's why you keep on going.
What's up.
I keep on going.
Oh, that's what's up, Brody. Yeah, I like that. Health as well.
Yeah, little Terminac tea in there too. But
hopefully they help you understand football better, you dummy.
Look, when it comes to for real, if I get out of here, when it comes to Lamar Jackson, and I don't back quarterback, I just dislike
your character. All right, let me put this disclaimer. Your character does it. You personally not like that, but your character don't like.
No, I don't. Y'all make it seem like I'm attacking them. No, I just call it a bygone is a bygone. You know what I'm saying? If you can't throw in
a
bygone.
What is a bygone?
Poop pow be gone. That's what you mean? Poop pow be gone.
Not no. You know what a bygone is? You know what a bygone is, man?
I know what
all
it is.
the terms we have.
Said also, and I don't think they match. Like play action and RPO.
Yeah, bro. He got you with that one.
RPO
Myron
don't match,
got you
man.
with that one, dog. Myron caught that. I ain't even catch what he was saying at first. I was like, oh, that's a good rebuttal.
Play action and RPO totally different, man. Okay.
We
know that. Why y'all trying to put it on me like I'm trying to say it's the same? I'm getting confused.
Because you are.
I'm not saying it's the same. I feel like you have blurred those lines.
Yeah, you do blur a lot of lines.
Because I remember them Carolina teams.
Okay.
And I don't remember an RPO, since that's the term we use all the time now. Okay. I don't remember that being an RPO type offense.
Okay, it was not the mainstay of the offense, but they used it quite a few. I'm going to stand 10 toes down on that.
Hey, dog, that's all we wanted you to say at the beginning. You made it seem like if it wasn't for the RPO scheme, he wouldn't have threw for that many yards. And I kept saying they may have ran some, but majority of the time they were down. So he couldn't run the RPO.
But would you agree the wide receivers or the skill guys get lost and trickle out on the other side of the defense when the RPOs ran?
I do feel like I do. Hold on. I do just like play action and RPO. Yes, they make linebackers declare what they see quicker. But with that being said, the difference between the RPO and play action. RPO, the eyes can stay downfield. Most play actions, you got to turn your back. So RPO has helped quarterbacks maintain their eyes downfield, but even with that, you still have to decipher and read what the defense is, what the route combination is, where the window is at. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, a lot of times you do see, so that's the difference, and DJ probably speak to this, of why they want guys to go under center some, because when you run play action from under center, you turn your back, and then you got to reestablish where the mic is or where the safeties are at to try to better help you understand where the ball is going. So a lot of times, as you were saying with the RPO, yes, it can definitely help quarterbacks read defenses quicker. But with that being said, it's a lot going on why they put that ball in the belly of the running back that people don't get them credit for. There's a lot going on when they pull it, what they still got to see that people don't get them credit. Because somebody just say, oh, he wide open. It's easy to make that. He still had to make the read.
Yeah.
How many times we seen quarterbacks miss wide open receivers?
A lot.
And what we say, they can't read defenses, right?
No.
Okay.
It's the arm talent.
To me, okay. When you I'm gonna say this.
Hey, yo, why are you petty, yo?
No, whatever.
I'm just
man.
saying. I'm just
If you're
repeating
better,
what he said.
if you're better at RPO reading than regular, pass read, that's the strength of the quarterback. You see what I'm saying? Some quarterbacks can't drop back. Well, I'm not gonna say they can't. Some quarterbacks are not used to just dropping back and actually reading it and making a throw. They need that RPO action or that RPO or play action to actually get that ball off to move them linebackers. That's a strength. In fact, most of the quarterbacks of today, that's a strength. But if you ask a quarterback to sit back there and take a 3-step drop or a 7-step drop and read, some of these quarterbacks they're gonna be confused. They're not used to it. You know?
You make a good point, because on that, finally, you make a good point, because a lot of quarterbacks aren't taught, 3, 5, 7. Well, I won't say they're not taught it, but it's not harped on, because if you're in the shotgun most of the time, if you're in the shotgun, you don't need to be taking 5 or 7 steps at all. You ain't got no business, because you taking yourself 10 yards out the play. But I think about a guy like Mariota, Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota is one of the best RPO QBs I've ever watched, period. Kyler Murray is also one of the best RPO QBs I've ever watched. The difference between them is Kyler can, if you look at the offense Lincoln Riley was running, there was a lot of pro concepts with them passing, whereas Mariota at Oregon he wasn't, he had some, but it wasn't a lot. So when he got to Tennessee, people were confusing RPO and play action. You got Mariota taking his eyes off the defense, and then he turn around and he either see a blitz, well, he sees a blitz, but it ain't no blitz, or he sees a rush and it ain't no rush, and he goes to rushing the pass, rushing the throw, making a bad read, bail in the pocket. Mariota played one game, he had about maybe 8 passes, something like that. They wanted to take the air out the ball, take the ball out of his hands and go. Whereas Kyler, you seen Kyler reading mesh, reading snag, all kind of passing concepts, going through his progressions. He's short, but he's still going through it, throwing through passing windows and things. So it's on the quarterback. It's either you have it or you don't. Lamar Jackson has it. You've seen him do it. You seen on national TV him go gun for gun with Deshaun Watson. Never mind. You don't like Deshaun Watson. I don't know why.
They cancel each
But
other out.
you see they cancel each other out.
Hey, I got to go to work, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all boys later. I thought you was in the sweatshop, man.
Nah, man.
I thought you was with a little grade up top. I thought you was in a sweatshop, doing your thing, bro.
Nah, I'm getting some black coffee, man.
Okay, bro. All right, I'll catch y'all boys later, man.
All right, bro.
All right.
Later.
I'm so glad you came on, DJ, to shut him up.
I like
that
him,
dude.
man.
Hey, dog, he came on with shoulder pads, though. He took the cake with that. He won the internet today with that one. Hey, but back to the topic at hand with like the Hall of Fames. Like, do y'all gotta have in order to be, do they have to win the Super Bowl? Do they have to be all pros? Like, in y'all opinion, what they need to have?
You can go first, Myron, if you want.
Well, I mean, for me, the Super Bowl ain't really the true tell on that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of it for me is watching them visually.
Yeah.
And watching the games and seeing, like, are they the ones leading the team?
Mm-hmm.
Or, are they walking behind the team?
I like that. I like that. Yeah.
Because, I mean, you throw out Joe Flacco, and most people instantly like, no, he's not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But he got the ring, right?
He got the ring. Yeah, he got the ring. He had and that was a special daggone playoff run he had too, boy.
Right.
And you had to see it to appreciate it too. So yeah, man.
Now,
And that's why,
as
like
far
people
as
like, oh, he's not a first ballot guy. He's not, not a first or second ballot guy. Either you're a Hall of Famer or you're not.
Yeah. I do think though, I like with T.O. when he wasn't the first ballot, I know why they did that, but it is something to say when somebody is a first ballot. And I'm like you, Myron's like, as long as I get in, but it's something to be said when the first time you pop up, you make it though. I know that gotta be special. But yeah, if I'm a Hall of Famer, I'm a Hall of Famer. Just let me in the doors.
yeah, when I think about it, rings don't do it for me. I would say, what? Okay, my opinion on Hall of Fame
Yeah.
versus what the committee's opinion on who's a Hall of Famer. This is more like it looks like a popularity contest. If they liked you, then you're gonna get in it. To me, it's did he ball? Did he ball out? Period. I don't care if he won the ring, this and that, because I see guys like Chad Johnson, for example. He was arguably the best receiver in the league. If not, he was definitely top 5. We'll just say top 5 to keep it simple. For what was that? 10 years, 9-10 years.
Yeah.
And he's not even getting voted. He's not coming up on ballots or anything. But
crazy.
Everybody that he played against, they like Chad was probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest, wide receiver to guard. When you're talking about routes, just strictly routes, he had some of the best footwork we have ever seen.
Yep.
Devin Hester, the greatest return man ever. But no, because we don't have specialists in there like that. And then you can look at Stafford. I put Stafford in there because Stafford in Detroit. Stafford was in Detroit since, what was that, 2007 or 2009. He's in Detroit since 2009. That team was 0-16. We watched him as a rookie. I think it was their first win where he led that drive down and he ended up doing like a fake spike and he dove over the goal line for the touchdown. They got like their first win or whatever, and he carried that. And he took Detroit of all people of all teams to the playoffs. Then he's had multiple 40 plus yard touchdown season. He had a 5,000 yard season. He now has a ring. If
Was he the
to
first
retire,
with 5,000? Was he the first QB with
no,
5,000?
no, that was Marino. He was the third.
Oh,
with
Marino,
5,000.
yeah.
The second one was Drew Brees. It was Drew Brees.
That's
and
crazy.
then
Marino had one, bro. Back then.
Yeah.
In 84, how you got 5,000 in 84 is crazy. And now I play
was that
around
the
a
year
lot
he went
because
to
I
the
got a
Super
lot
Bowl?
of.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah,
My bad,
yeah,
DJ. Go ahead.
to the Super Bowl. Oh, you good. But you see it. So I see Stafford, and then I see, oh no, he not. People say, oh no, he not a Hall of Famer because he didn't get an All Pro. And then as that didn't have a Super Bowl, they may have had one All Pro, if that. Jim Kelly, one All Pro, but you got 4 L's on the biggest stage. You know, your numbers, I think Stafford's numbers are, if not above, is they right below him. Stafford's top.
Jim Kelly numbers. His numbers comparable to McNair's. I remember I had a debate between those two.
Yeah.
Jim Kelly and McNair numbers similar. It's just Jim went to the Super Bowl 4 times.
Yeah, and then you got guys. Look at Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner had MVP, Super Bowl. But then after that Super Bowl, after the second Super Bowl? No, that was Mark Bolger in that Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was Warner. I was right.
It was Warner.
But then after that, he goes to the Giants. He was bum. they drafted Eli. Eli took over. He went to Arizona with Matt Leinart.
He took him to the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's what got him in.
Later. But he had that period between like 02 or 03 and 08, 09 where he wasn't really doing nothing. But he's definitely a Hall of Famer when you see him. And you got other, all kind of cats. Yeah, what's his name? Steve McNair. Steve McNair got
McNair.
an MVP and a half, doesn't he? Yeah. He split one with Peyton Manning, an MVP
Yep.
award.
Yep.
No Super Bowl. I don't even think McNair has any All Pros.
Damn.
No, I don't
We know
believe so.
McNair, nice.
Yeah.
And
But you look at
Yeah.
Elway. Elway got 300 touchdowns and 226 picks.
mm,
I remember that
it
Super
sound
Bowl
like
when they played against when they got smacked versus the 49ers. They was looking at Elway like, come on, brother.
and you got that sounded like Eli's stats, 300 touchdowns. I think Eli
Yeah.
got 244 interceptions.
And we all know if Eli wasn't a two-time Super Bowl champion, nobody would even talk about the Hall of Fame with him.
If Eli's last name was Smith, he wouldn't even.
That's true.
Have.
That's true.
But,
I mean, I just want to go ahead.
No, I say that also works against him in my opinion too. You know, because he played the same time as his brother. You know, he's got that name, so everybody's always comparing him against Peyton. You know, and honestly, let's look at the talent most of them Giants teams have, especially on offense. It won't spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He had some big receivers, but he didn't really have like. Well, I don't know. Plexico's nice. Shockey was nice.
Yeah, he had some. He had did he have a Monty Tuma?
Yeah.
For a little bit, yeah.
For a second, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Now look at the Giants. That was similar to when Phil Simms was playing, like how they was built.
Mm-hmm.
Just like it.
And then when Jeff Hostetler came in and won.
And they can't get out of it now. Now they stuck in '86. They get on my nerves.
Yep.
Yeah, he a Giants fan, so he know the ins and outs of what they be doing.
They can't.
Because even Eli 366 and 244 for touchdown interception.
Look at his win-loss record. Look at his win-loss record gonna get on your nerves.
Oh, he 500.
500.
Cause he was my thing. He was my thing with Richard Sherman, like his stance. Like I said, respect to him because he pod now and what he threw out there did what it was supposed to do. It's gonna drive traffic, drive conversation, drive people to listen to what he got to say. I got this thing. Like, say if somebody just similar to Richard Sherman's career. There's not a knock on him because I feel like he a Hall of Famer. But if you look at his career, within his first 4 years, he got the accolades. So it's like if you got all the accolades within your first 4 years, do you have to do anything after that? Like if you already got that stamp, like you won a Super Bowl, if you're a quarterback, I won a Super Bowl MVP within my first 2 years, a la like a Russell Wilson. Then I make a couple Pro Bowls and I make an All-Pro. If I'm just pedestrian the rest of the way, the fact that I got those I done checked those boxes, did that really solidify me as a Hall of Famer? You know what I'm saying? Like, because some guys can get those boxes checked within the first 3 years, just by circumstance.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was my retort to him. I was like, man, it's a good point, but what if somebody get it early and then I happen to just look at his career? I'm like, damn, he was All-Pro quick. You know what I'm saying? He was in a great situation. He took advantage of the situation. He a hell of a player because even when he went to San Francisco, he was second team All-Pro. So it helps to show that he was still good. But somebody could get accolades early and then never be the same and never. You know what I'm saying? But it's on their resume.
Yeah.
Jay Cutler. Somebody said Jay Cutler Hall of Famer. I wouldn't say Jay Cutler is a Hall of Famer.
Jay Cutler.
But I bet you got a lot of yards.
Jay Cutler is my dog.
Brandon Marshall. If he a Hall of Famer, Brandon Marshall, he better roll Brandon Marshall in there in front of him.
Brandon got some good numbers too.
Yeah.
Brandon got like top 15, top 10 kind of numbers.
Yeah, got good numbers, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think Richard was smart in how he put it out there when he said, Pro Bowls, at least some All Pros, at least, you know what I'm saying? Like he framed it well to where he got outs when people responded to him. So he was smart in how he delivered it. Because there's some guys out here who got a lot of Pro Bowls, like Phillip Rivers and nothing else. And he gonna get in. Phillip Rivers got like what, 6 or 7 Pro Bowls? Morning.
Yeah.
And he'll probably get in.
And but he got them squads where they were the first or the second seed and got put out first round of the playoff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he got that game where he played on a torn ACL. Was that against New England? So people bump him up for that. But
yeah, bro. But I gotta get up out of here, man. I'll get up with you, bro.
All right, now take it easy now.
All right. Peace, bro.